Oh, yeah, man, we got it going on at Patrick and the People on Friday, baby. I mean, we are
Always.
already packed up in here. It's going to be a great day. First of all, as always, welcome to my good friend Chad Sledge. How are you, buddy?
I'm doing just fine. How about yourself, sir?
Good. You've been putting lots of bonus holes in this week?
Man, I have. Conway's kind of weird right now.
Oh, yeah, a lot going on.
Yeah, a lot
Yeah.
going on in Conway right now.
I can understand that. How are things there in general? What's the mood? What's everything going on?
I mean, it's still, you can just, the whole town just has like a look, you know what I'm saying?
kind of a malaise over it.
Yeah. Sad stuff. Man.
It is sad stuff. It's terrible stuff.
No, yeah, it's
honestly.
horrible.
Yeah, I think everybody agrees with that. Hopefully, maybe it'll be the last of that for some time.
Man, I hope so.
Yeah, maybe people are kind of getting a clue this isn't going to work, you know. Well, let me introduce who else is here. You probably remember Jay Sorsby. He is a long-term friend of mine, and glad to have you in here, man.
Glad to be here, sir.
And then we've got our performer today. He's going to do an acoustic song for us, Corey Oxford. What's going on, buddy? How are you?
Great.
Man, welcome to the program. Glad you're here today, man, and have a little bit of fun. And I don't know who the hell's going to be here today yet. Could be anybody will show up. But we're going to have a lot of fun. We got the rant. We got a lot going on today. We got another new song from a viewer. Let me make mention again that I'll be performing at the Looney Bin May 21st through 25th. And then we go May 13th through 19th. We'll be shooting for Amazon Prime. The Blocks is the name of the reality show. It's an entrepreneur-based reality show. Super stoked about it. And
Be busy.
yeah, very busy. Very busy. That's exactly right. So we have a lot happening today, plus a new episode of XFL Gym today. So, yeah, we got everything you could possibly want. So what's been going on, Jay? What's been going on in the world of motorcycles, man?
Man, trucking it up on the 9 to 5 motorcycles. The Spring Fling Rally is next weekend.
Oh, yeah.
So that's going to be a blast. Took a couple days off for that. Try to go every year.
That's where, up at Eureka area?
Eureka Spring. Well, it's really a northwest Arkansas, southwest Missouri rally because there's so much good riding. Some of the best riding in the country is in northwest Arkansas.
Is it over by Beaver Lake or no?
Yeah, from Beaver Lake all the way
Down
basically
to Harrison to Beaver Lake?
Harrison, Rogers is doing stuff.
Yeah.
Southern Missouri's doing stuff.
Yeah.
They've got typically that rally is a ride rally. You go up there, you hang out, you ride to the next place, you hang out.
Yeah.
You spend the day riding, you meet up with your friends, do your thing. This year, though, they're doing a new camp out, the Ozark Thunder Camp, and it's that's going to be more of a stay rally. So you're going to have two options. You can do the ride thing, or you can just pull up, throw up a tent, $50 for the whole 4 days.
Oh, really? That's cheap, man.
Concerts every night, bar on site. The bartender's pretty good looking, but
Yeah.
they always hire in traveling bartenders, and those ladies know.
They know what they're doing. They know who they're hiring.
Show, yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes,
no,
sir.
that's fun times right there.
And of course, the Cat House and Switchback and Legends and all Mi Familia and all the restaurants. Everybody's involved this year. They even got a entertainment district permit.
Really?
Yeah. So
wow.
Now you can leave from one bar and walk down the street with your drink in your hand and not get arrested anymore. That used to be a big no, you know.
Yeah, like on Bourbon Street, huh?
Yeah, and it's only a couple blocks this year, but it's a dry run. We're going to see how it does.
But that's still kind of exciting and fun and different.
Yeah, because you can buy a drink at one place, walk across the street, get you a bite to eat. You know, you can do like a pub crawl because there's 2 or 3 places you can hit.
How many riders typically are going to come to that event?
Spring Fling's probably 2/3 of what Bison Blues is. I mean, 100,000 folks.
100,000.
Yeah, just in the whole area.
Really?
Yeah,
That's wild.
Bison Blues is a big
Man,
deal.
you can't turn around without a bike being there.
Yeah, but it's everybody's out riding, so you just see people everywhere.
That's great, man. That sounds like a lot of fun, actually.
So that's next week.
I mean, even if you just like people watching, that would be fun.
Oh yeah, that's my favorite thing. Post up at the Cat House and watch folks, especially late in the afternoon. You can always tell the folks had a little too much.
Yeah, right.
The parking lot at the Cat House is bent like 3 different directions. There's no flat spots. So you can tell when Papa Jim's done had 1 or 2 or 3.
Yeah.
You get over to number 4, and then and they've got ride car services, limos and not tour buses. car services to get you back to your hotel or your campground or whatever.
Right.
They're going to be running a shuttle from the Ozark Thunder Camp back into Eureka, basically 2 shuttles back and forth, back and forth. So you're not just stuck at the campground all the time. And of course, biker games, ride the plank and, catch the egg and all that.
All right. Now,
slow
look,
races.
there are uninitiated here. You understand that not everybody understands the lingo. So when you say ride the plank, I know what walk the plank means, but I assume you're not, crashing at the end of this. So.
Right. Well, typically it's a 4-inch beam laid
Okay.
on the ground.
Okay.
And then you have to ride from one end to the other without your tires coming off.
Oh,
And then they'll do a
okay.
bracket system, and whoever wins, they'll probably do it a couple times over the weekend.
Yeah.
And you get some prize or drinks.
Is
or-
this hard to do?
Yeah.
Harder than you think?
It's a lot harder to keep a motorcycle on top of a rail for.
Yeah. Now,
30 feet.
do you participate in any of these competitions?
I try that. The ride to plank, I've only done it once successfully. And
Yeah.
slow race, slowest bike wins,
Yeah.
kind of deal. So you're just
Okay.
trying to creep along. If you put
Yeah.
your foot down, you're out. Or if,
Okay.
you spin out in the grass. And typically, they're always in the grass. Or the weenie bite, you put a chick on the back. Or you put a rider on the back. and they'll suspend.
2025, baby.
They'll suspend a hot dog on a string. And then the passenger has to bite the weenie. And whoever gets the most weenie bite wins that round.
Well, now this sounds provocative in every possible way, Jason. I want you to know that.
I mean, sometimes there's, sometimes folks wear shirts and sometimes they
I was
don't.
wondering.
Hey, it happens. Sometimes people lose them. They're camping, and it's just part of it.
Ozark Thunder Camp is 18 and up.
Yeah.
No children's this year.
It's going to be like,
Grown folks.
what is it? Is it Lollapalooza? Which one is it? It's Burning Man, where they have the orgy dome,
Oh, yeah.
where everybody has to come in, sign a waiver, and then they can go and.
Kitty waiver.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm going to drag an Airstream up there. You just gave me an idea.
Yeah, see, you can rent it out.
Yeah.
You just put orgy dome on the front, let them
you
just
go.
see who shows up.
Yeah, 20 people maximum occupancy here.
Yeah, yeah. No, you'll be in the next flight. Wait here, it'll be like laser tag over at main event.
Yeah.
No, you'll be in the next flight. You see, just watch that board right there.
Everybody in the queue for
Yeah.
Group A over here.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
No, that's great, man. That is great. Corey, so tell us more about yourself, man. What are you from here?
Yeah, I actually grew up in Roland, Arkansas, but I currently live in Benton, or Bryant.
Okay, in the SC over in my stomping ground.
Yep. Been playing music since I was 9.
Oh, since you were 9. So is that the first time you got a guitar, or
Yeah, I got a guitar, learned it within the first year, started writing my own music.
really? Yeah. And so what kind of turned you on to that? Just when you got the guitar, it just felt great. You loved it, or was it something before that?
Man, I probably asked for it for 5 years before I actually got one.
Oh, really?
Just watching my grandfather play and my aunt played. So
Okay.
just being a little kid, it was just
Okay.
always.
So thinking in terms of that, who are some of your favorite guitarists who are inspirational to you?
Man, honestly, like the Brad Paisleys, those chicken picking guys, I really like
Okay.
those guys.
Okay. Yeah. That's a hard art to do.
Right.
You
Yeah,
know?
and I can't do it yet. But
No, that's
But
great
it's awesome,
though. No, I do love that stuff. I like all different kinds of guitar music. Are you more of a country guy, more country music guy, or all music guy? What?
pretty much all music, man. When I was in my early 20s, I was playing in a metal band around town, around Little Rock,
Oh yeah, what was the name?
Division of Flesh. We were
Okay.
a Christian metal band.
Oh, Christian metal band. Yeah, man. I remember when Stryper came out in the '80s. That was wild. But now, there's a lot of Christian bands that have a different sound to them. Let me ask you this, and maybe you can help me. I don't know why, but why is it that no matter how far we come, no matter what technology we get, no matter what instrument you use, Christian rock always sounds cheesy?
Man, I don't know. I don't know why. There's certain bands though that are
They're getting more.
getting better.
Yeah.
And that I've noticed.
Okay.
Some of these bands you might not know they're even Christian bands, but they're in the secular world, like
Right.
6 foot and
Well,
stuff like them.
Yeah,
ones.
yeah. I guess to some extent Creed was initially kind of like that, but not many of them sound contemporary to me, I guess. Every time I hear them, I'm like, oh, that hurts my ears. And I don't mean to be ugly. I'm just like, man, come on, man. Can't you get some new production on that? It's like the same guy's been producing all of y'all for 30 years, man. So the bike rally, when do you leave? You leave what day? Tomorrow?
Oh, no, that's next Thursday.
Oh, next Thursday.
Yep,
Okay.
next Thursday.
And it's going to be the whole weekend, though.
Yep. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and everybody heads home on Sunday.
Okay. All right.
Well,
Yeah. Now, how long have you been riding?
Shoot, man. I think I rode my first motorcycle when I was 11 or 12.
Yeah.
And then, dirt bikes and trail bikes or whatever I could get on that was two wheels. Couldn't talk my parents into let me have one until I could afford to buy one myself.
Really?
Yeah.
So how old were you when you got your first one?
First one that belonged to me, I guess I was probably 17 or 18.
Okay, so close to an adult at that
Yeah,
point.
yeah, yeah,
But you had still been riding; it just wasn't your own bike.
Right, off and on. Friends'
Yeah.
bikes or, whatever I could get on.
Now, have you ever had a bike wreck?
I'm still not good at it. Oh, yeah, yeah.
You said, "Oh, yeah."
Yeah. Well, not so much on the street. I had one spin out from underneath me, but, I say it spun out from underneath me. I gave it gas when it didn't need to be.
Right. No, but it did spin out under.
Yeah,
you,
I learned that lesson, a little low
Yeah.
side, thankfully my wallet was there and
Right.
saved me from the thing, but I didn't save my wallet from the crash.
Well, let me ask you. I was asking some guys in the Punisher Motorcycle Club the other
Yep.
day. They were here, and I see when you watch people race these motorcycles and they come around these curves. And I mean, they're laying. I mean, they're inches from the ground. Do you ride like that? Do you take curves like that? Have you taken curves?
I
like
used
that?
to. I used to.
You say I used to. I've
yeah.
gotten older now, and
My floorboard's scraped before my bike's in danger, so
Yeah.
it reminds me. Or I try to turn my foot to the side so that my toe touches before the floorboard touches before I get out of shape.
Right.
But yeah, I used to own sport bikes when I lived in Seattle, and brother, you ride up to Mount Rainier, and there was some roads up there, brother.
I bet.
And you
You just
you
cooking.
you get up to the top and you just turn around and come back down. You get
Yeah.
to the bottom, you turn around and go back up.
Because it's that kind of fun.
Yeah. Your
No, I could see that.
your wavos keep getting bigger and bigger.
Until
until
Smack.
now, how long were you in Seattle?
off and on 4 or 5 years.
Now, what is it like there compared to here? I mean, I know it's very different, but
Honestly, it's the most. Look, I love Arkansas. I'll never leave it again. But the Western Washington is so pretty.
Yeah.
When Western Washington is good, it is unbelievably good. The weather's so nice, the trees and the way
Yeah.
the air feels and everything that's going on is just, it's like everything on the West Coast where people like to live. It's just too many people.
yeah.
It take you, 2 hours.
But you always hear, the stereotype that it's rainy and bleak in Seattle.
Oh, no, it doesn't rain every day. It rains every other day.
Yeah, okay.
And it's not really rain, it's like a heavy mist.
Okay.
It's like,
Like London.
yeah, like a London.
Well, see, I know when I went to, and this is silly, but it's true, in Orlando, if you're there every afternoon between 2 and 3,
man,
it's
yes.
going to storm.
Yeah.
It's just a summer rain, but it
Yeah.
happens every single day between 2 and 3.
Yeah, when I was in Tampa, you can almost set your clock to it.
You could, man.
Yeah.
I mean, we went to Disney World for a week, and 5 days, whatever it was, every single day, it was like between 2 and 3, it was going to happen. It didn't matter where, and you just got used to it. It's like, oh, okay, yeah.
Yep.
So Seattle the same way.
No, it'll.
It's just misty.
Yeah, the last full year I was there, it was 157 days of gray skies, no sunshine,
Wow.
and it was either raining, misting, or gray sky. You could not see the sun. You could
Yeah.
see the light spot in
This
the
is
sky.
why grunge music proliferated.
Yeah.
After 157 days of no sun, you're like, no, I got some
man.
shitty songs to write right now.
Them dudes need some vitamin D, bro.
Yeah, probably so. You've traveled around. Where else have, other places that you've been that you really like in the country that you bike to or whatever?
Motorcycle riding, honestly, I don't want to be whatever, but honestly, Arkansas, Northwest Arkansas, the edge of Oklahoma on the border, southern Missouri, the bottom half of Missouri, except for where it turns into Delta over by the river, but the same thing. It's just the roads are nice. They're the right kind of curvy. You've got some straights. There's always little places to go.
So if you were going, would you go 65? Would you go 7? How are you going to go North Arkansas on a bike? What's the better ride path?
If you haven't done it, there's a thing called the Arkansas Dragon and Highway 23.
I met her.
Yeah.
Oh wait, that's a different one. I'm sorry. I apologize.
And it's super curvy, and it feels like the asphalt's 2.5 foot thick, and the roads are pitched right, and it's a nice ride. And Arkansas Grand Canyon,
Yeah, I love that.
Jasper, all of that's good riding. Highway 7 all the way up to Harrison, and then especially Highway 123. It's a little more technical, and the road's not quite as good, but man, that's a good ride.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Well, let's do this. Let's get to some news you can use. Now, guys, Corey, I know you hadn't been here before, but feel free to chime in if you have a take on something. Don't hesitate to speak up. Chad, you already know, and of course you know as well. All right, so we'll knock this out pretty quickly today. An American citizen was held in jail by ICE for over a day despite a judge seeing a birth certificate, it says. Juan Lopez Gomez, born in the U.S., was arrested by ICE, who charged him with illegally entering because he didn't have, apparently, his ID. But a local judge did inspect his. I don't even know what this story's about. It looks like they just said, hey, sorry, here you go. Keep your ID on you and we'll know next time. That was the end of it. All right, so big deal. Time to take a deep breath and enjoy an event in the night sky. The Lyrid meteor shower is underway. The annual display started Wednesday night. It'll last through April 25th. So meteors are flying trails of debris left behind by a comet, and they shower the Earth each year in the third week of April. NASA says the shower is expected to peak next week, the 21st and 22nd. You don't need anything special to see it, just good weather and a clear sky, about 30 minutes for your eyes to adjust. And if that's what you're into, boom.
You ever catch any of that stuff?
Oh, man, no.
It's always at like 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm not getting up to get in the morning.
No.
Look at the sky.
I normally don't, no. I've seen enough eclipses.
Right.
I've seen all of it.
I'm not
Unless you're
getting-
going to bring me something new, I'm probably not getting up for it unless it's in the day.
No.
Yeah, no, I'm not. Haley Joel Osment, you hadn't heard that name in a while.
Nope.
Speaking out after a video showed him being unruly on a ski slope. He was arrested for public intox this week, and the video's making its rounds. He said, I'm horrified by my behavior. Had I known I used this disgraceful language in the throes of a blackout, I would have spoken up sooner. Yeah, apparently, I think he took his clothes off and was skiing and talking crap. And, I don't know what all he said, but
I
it's
see
not
dead
good.
people, kid.
Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah, another child actor going wrong here. It's not uncommon.
See enough dead people, you kind of do what you want to.
Yeah, that's true.
You're
Yeah,
a movie
that's
star,
fair
you're
enough.
a
Yeah.
I
millionaire.
see naked people.
Yeah, I see naked people. Here's Seattle for you. The Seattle Department of Transportation says it's fixed all the crosswalk buttons that were hacked to play a message mocking Jeff Bezos. The buttons were hacked to play an AI-generated voice claiming to be Bezos saying, please don't tax the rich, otherwise all the billionaires will move to Florida too. Wouldn't it be terrible if all the rich people left Seattle or got Luigi'd and then the normal people could afford to live here again? Yeah, so apparently that was not they didn't like that play.
Dude, it was expensive back then.
Right? I'm sure it's got to be outrageous now. They oftentimes, I remember California would be double on a lot of things, products and gas.
Yeah, I mean, a pack of cigarettes like here were like three and a
There were
quarter.
10 there.
Yeah, they were like $9.50 up there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
they're
it's
probably
crazy.
$22.
Oh, man, they probably shoot you. You got to take a bullet just to buy a pack of cigarettes now. The FDA is allegedly planning to end most of the routine food safety inspections. I don't know if I buy this exactly. Multiple health officials told CBS they'll effectively outsource, inspections to state and local authorities. The plans have not been finalized yet, may need congressional action to approve it. The agency is in charge of that, including inspections and regulations. Well, I think the whole goal of at least this administration in particular is to lessen the federal government's regulations and allow states and local governments to do their own thing. Is that kind of how you read that?
That's kind of how I read it, yeah.
Yeah, me too.
I wish they would.
Well, I mean, the less the federal government's involved in my life, I think the better it is. I've never seen a time the federal government got involved in my life, it got better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want a government so small it doesn't matter who wins the presidency.
Right? Yeah, no, I know that's
Oh,
right.
the blue
Yeah.
guys won it? Okay,
Okay,
whatever.
yeah, whatever. A new Star Wars movie is being made starring Ryan Gosling. The new film will be called Star Wars Starfighter. It'll be a standalone movie unconnected to the Skywalker saga. It'll be directed by Sean Levy, who did Deadpool and Wolverine. He said the script is so good with great and original characters. I mean, it is a big deal to have Ryan Gosling attached, but I'll be honest with you, Disney to me has diluted Star Wars so much it just lacks excitement to me anymore.
Is that Kennedy lady still in the house over there?
I don't know.
Okay, if she is, then I'll skip it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she was the one messing things up or whatever. I don't know. It's just that the last several I've seen, like the very last Star Wars movie was a straight up remake
Yeah.
of the first Star Wars movie that I ever saw.
How does Luke Skywalker die because he's tired?
Come on, man! It's Luke Skywalker,
Skywalker.
the ultimate Jedi.
Yeah, he was just tired. And
He
he's
just
like,
needed a
I'm
nap.
out. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I hadn't had a nap. I'm cranky.
Dirt nap. I'm gonna go hang out with my uncle and my dad.
Yeah. No, it's like, man, come on. Star Wars was a great franchise. I mean, don't get me wrong. Half of Return of the Jedi was trash, but the first half's pretty good. The non-Ewok half. The Ewoks kill me. But the first and second movies the Empire's phenomenal. The first one's great.
I was so excited for The Force Awakens, and then halfway through the movie, I was like, oh, never mind.
Yeah, I know. I feel that way too. Are either you guys sci-fi fans?
Not really.
Not really. No, I figured so. That's all right though. No, I mean I understand. Yesterday's resentencing hearing for Eric and Lyle Menendez was pushed back. This comes as the district attorney filed a last-minute motion Wednesday. He argued the court needs more time to review the parole board's risk assessment report. Menendez attorney Mark Garago said the decision to move the resentencing was appalling. Look, I mean, you're asking for two dudes that admittedly killed mom and dad to get out of prison. I mean, I think you can wait a little bit. You can be patient there. How about this? Earlier this week, Tim Mora was doing landscape work in Naperville, Illinois. Witnessed a car crash in a nearby pond, saw a woman trapped in the submerged vehicle banging on the window and calling for help. He jumped into the water, opened the passenger door, pulled her to safety. The pond was about 6 feet deep, and the woman could not swim. So he did hold her head above water till emergency responders got there. He was credited with saving her life, thinking quickly. That's pretty great.
It's awesome.
That is great, yeah. Fozzy, you remember them, the hard rock band led by Chris Jericho, WWE superstar, and guitarist Rich the Duke Ward. They've released a new single. It's titled Fall in Line. It's streaming out there. If you're into those guys, the 25th anniversary tour kicked off last night in Springfield, Missouri. 25 years of Fozzy.
Wow.
I mean, just think about that for a minute. Here you go.
I'm old.
Boot Tan Fest. It's an annual event held at Sunlight Mountain Resort in Colorado, and it celebrates body positivity and inclusivity in the skiing community. The festival organized by Women for Women, and it features a unique tradition where participants ski while naked.
Oh,
Brace freedom. That must have been what Haley Joel was trying to get at.
right. He was in the wrong line.
Yeah, he was trying to help empower women.
Yeah.
Shit, man,
He
y'all
said,
are
I
mean.
see naked people everywhere.
That's right.
No, he was just mad because it was for women by women, and they
Yeah.
told him to piss off. So he's
yeah.
like, I'll go start my own.
Yeah, he was
Yeah, that's
trying to
right.
save
I'll
his
do
own.
my own. Come on, fellas.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah. A recent study published in Science Advances reveals about 41,000 years ago, it's a period known as the Lachamps excursion, when the Earth's magnetic field weakened. What is this? Oh, it's basically saying that cavemen used sunscreen. They used a natural clay pigment with sun
mud?
protective properties, yes, like mud, as sunscreen. Okay, well, that's cool. Hey, how bored are people? Sweden's The Great Moose Migration has become a global sensation with millions of viewers. It's a 24/7 live stream produced by a Swedish public broadcaster, and it follows the moose as they embark on their spring journey across the river in northern Sweden. The production involves a team of 15 from a control room to out in the field and everywhere else, 20,000 meters of cable and 30 strategically placed cameras.
How boring is Sweden?
Very, apparently.
Apparently. Okay.
Yeah, no, I know they say everybody's nice there. I mean, geez, they're bored too.
Yeah.
They need something, some crime or something to get this place sparked off. I mean, if you're sitting around watching the moose migration, for God's sake, man.
Some more nude skiing or something?
Yeah, maybe
Right.
something like that. Yeah, hell, invite Haley Joel Osment.
Right.
Maybe he'll do something. New Orleans police are looking for a demon pretending to be a werewolf in connection with a burglary. Security cameras caught Kedrick Jones Jr. jumping over a fence, breaking down the door of a business using a crowbar to break in. He was wearing a werewolf mask to hide his identity. That would have worked if he hadn't been caught by a security camera in the alley behind the store with it pushed up on his head, leaving his face visible. Yeah, great work, dumbass.
Smart one.
Put it on before you get out of the car, okay?
Minimum 3 blocks out.
Yeah, I know
Right.
that's right. Yeah.
Come on now.
A 26-year-old man from Sicklerville, New Jersey, effed around and found out after allegedly pulling a firearm at a comic book store in Lyndhurst to intimidate a disorderly customer. The incident occurred at the Joker's Child, where the suspect reportedly intervened in a dispute displaying a handgun. Jason Fernandez, seen on surveillance footage, pulling his gun, and his 9-year-old son pulling his dad's arm, asking him to put the gun away. Everybody fled before the police got there, but 2 days later, Fernandez charged with multiple weapon offense. Yeah, what are you doing in a comic book store pulling a gat?
Hey, bro, you be careful with them nerds, man.
Right.
Especially in the comic book store.
They don't play around, man.
No, that's my issue. That's the last
That's
one.
my Spider-Man, man.
That's right.
That's my waifu pillow.
My Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Tonight, the 8th seed in the Eastern and Western Conferences will be determined in the NBA playoffs. The Miami Heat at the Hawks, the Mavericks at the Grizzlies. Once those games are decided, the final field of 16 will be ready to rock. Saturday's action breaks down like this. Milwaukee and the Pacers, then the Clippers and Nuggets, Pistons, Knicks, Timberwolves, Lakers. And I think the Lakers just will get past Ant and the Timberwolves. I think they match up fine there. I think it's after that the Lakers have a big challenge because in spite of their ability to score, the defense, they just don't have, I don't know how they're going to compete.
But if LeBron and Luka start clicking, man, it could be,
Offensively, if they play perfect,
yeah.
between, you have Austin Reeves, AR, and he's
They
amazing.
got like a big three going.
Yeah, it is a big three. I mean, Austin Reeves is the best third man in the NBA
Yeah,
right now. Austin Reeves, Luka, and LeBron. If they're on offensively, nobody
It's
could
gonna
really
be a
keep
game,
up with
yeah.
them. But if they're not defensively, they've
gonna
got a
get-
big problem
yeah.
in the middle. Mm-hmm. And I don't know how you stop Jokic.
Not when you got a
You
center.
don't have AD.
You don't have a center.
No,
Like,
you got.
LeBron's playing center pretty much now, ain't he?
Yeah, I mean he'll have to against Jokic.
And he's gonna get whooped on that matchup.
You're
I'm
not going to stop
sorry.
that guy. That guy had a 61-point triple-double. What are you
No,
talking
man.
about?
He could just turn around and just put it in the goal.
Yeah, no, as good as LeBron is, don't forget he's still like 47 or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think he's 40. Last night's NHL regular season finale games were just a formality. Those teams qualifying for the playoffs had been finalized. So apparently that's going on this weekend as well. The hockey playoffs, Saturday, the St. Louis Blues and the Winnipeg Jets, and the Avalanche versus the Stars. Then Sunday, the Devils, Hurricanes, Senators, Maple Leafs, the Wild, and the Golden Knights.
Have you ever watched a whole hockey game?
No, I will tell you this, though. I wish that I'd gotten into hockey when I were younger because it does look entertaining to me at times. It's just it's too late for me to get that invested in anything.
I like the one they play outside every year. I'll watch that for a minute, but it don't keep my attention long. They play one outside. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's pretty
yeah,
cool
yeah.
when they do that, but I only watch it for like 3 minutes.
I mean, I think it's fun. With the clips I have seen, I especially love the fights. And I like that the refs seem to let them fight.
Right. That's the awesome part.
I wish they would do more of that in other sports. Just let them scrap for a few minutes and then
Let's find out if a bitch is really a bitch.
That's right. Let's find out what he really got. Let's find out. After 38 legendary years as part of ESPN's College Game Day, Lee Corso is calling it a
Sad,
career.
man.
He's 89 years old. He's tired, man. Former coach turned commentator will make his final appearance on the show opening the first week of college football season in August. He became a fixture on College Game Day back in 1987, but made a name for himself when the show hit college campuses, and people just fell in love with the dude.
It's awesome.
Yeah, and finally, the NCAA has approved rule changes they hope will put a stop to faking injuries in college football.
Doubt it.
Right. The new rule states a team will lose one of its 3 timeouts if a player goes down to injury after the ball is spotted for the next play and the medical personnel enter the field. If that team's out of timeouts, there'll be a 5-yard penalty for delay of game. Other rule changes: a single timeout for games hitting 3 overtime periods and beyond, closing the 12 men on the field loophole that got a lot of attention during Oregon's win over Ohio State, and a change to approved kick return signals, and an adjustment to the language used when replay reviews are announced. I don't even know exactly
Language.
what that means. Yeah. No more cursing? Is that what they're talking
They
about?
get the ball.
That's right. I wish again, that would be great. I would love that, man. I would love to have more of that. All right, let me take this moment to just acknowledge, if you're looking for a vehicle, Fitz Auto's the place to go. Quit looking. Just go to Fitz.
All right.
No matter what you're after, they're going to have it. They right now got every bit of their inventory online. They have pictures. They're like 30, 40 pictures of car, inside, outside, everything. You could just, if you're a car file, you could just sit on that website
Man.
looking at cars
Yeah, you
forever.
could, man.
Okay, but they also put their prices on there. They you can go ahead and get pre-approved right there, or you can go in person. 8421 Stagecoach Road in Little Rock. I know some of you through the past few years, this economy have some credit issues. It's okay. They're their own bank. They make their own decision. You don't have to get approved from some corporate office somewhere. They're the deciders. Go see them, and you're going to love Fitz Auto. Listen, my family's purchased 7 vehicles from them, and there's a reason. I mean, as a matter of fact, the first nicest vehicle that I've ever owned is the Lexus, and
It's nice.
it's an SUV, and now it's gone from my wife to me to my youngest son, and it's got nearly 250,000 miles on it, and it's still rolling. I mean, that's a testament right there to both Lexus and Fitz.
Right.
So good job them. Let's do this. Let's take a break, and we'll be back in a minute.
My buddy just dropped 50K. Says his new Challenger will blow me away. Coming down the street, a deep Mopar rumble. Love my bro, but gotta make him humble. Yeah, you rolling up in a candy new whip. Tapping on the gas, make the RPMs flip. A checkered flag appointment, I'll never be late. Cause that bitch is rocking a super sport plate. Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with a Challenger, Camaro or Mustang with a big old tail. But not a one of them better than my 71 Chevelle. Yeah, chrome skull shifter ready for the push. Bored out, lower snout raised up in the tush. It'll Brock and double pump Holly. Off the line so fast, warps time like Dolly. Ain't nothing wrong with the Challenger, Camaro or Mustang with a big old tail. But not a one of them better than my 7-in-1 Chevelle. Whoa, yeah. We can go an eighth, quarter, or the full M. No matter what you choose, your outcome is grim. You say my baby got that old engine smell, but that's the sweet perfume of a 71 Chevelle. Ain't nothing wrong with the Challenger,
Okay, yeah, we're late. It's Friday.
that was on
Give me a
purpose.
break.
That was
Yeah,
on
no, it was absolutely on purpose, wasn't it? So, Chad,
Man,
what do you got going this weekend, man?
hopefully doing a lot of piercings.
Yeah.
Chill out at the house. Probably watch a little bit of that basketball going on.
Oh, the NBA?
Yeah.
Yeah, who are you pulling for?
Man, I'm just a fan. You know what I'm saying? Like I just watch whatever game is
Yeah.
good that night. You know what I'm saying? Just really depends.
Okay. So, you're going to be going next week on this big ride.
Yes, sir.
What do you do? You know, obviously you have limited space on a bike to take things with you. How do you plan for that kind of trip, and how do you even take anything with you? I mean, how does that work on a bike like
Right.
that?
It depends on what kind of trip you're taking. So if you're doing a camp trip, that pack's a little different. This go around, we're staying in a hotel, so all you
Okay.
can worry about is clothes and whatnot. You know,
Right.
Take a little dry goods with you if you like, or
So,
just buy
where do you put it?
My bike's Road King, so I've got 2 saddlebags.
Okay.
I've got 2 different trunks for the back. I got one that's just kind of for looks and helmet storage, runs around. Then I've got another one that I've set up for camping trips. Where I can
When you say a trunk, do you mean a tow behind?
no, just a little trunk on the back of the bike.
Okay.
Little tour packs mounted to the bike.
And it'll fit that much clothing in there?
Yeah, you buy stuff to fit in there.
Okay.
Typically, when the wife goes with me, the left saddlebag's mine, right saddlebag's her, and you can take whatever you want as long as it fits in
As
that
long as
bag.
it fits in there, that's what you got.
And then if we're going on a camp trip, the trunk is our house. So left for me, right for her, and the house goes on in and on top of the trunk.
Okay.
My camping trunk's got a rack on the top, and we mount two bag chairs, a tent, air mattress, and it's like same thing for hikers.
Okay.
A lot of backpacking
Yeah,
stuff, 'cause
yeah,
it's
yeah.
lightweight, it's small, it's functional.
So it's
it works.
basically like a hard shell backpack.
Yeah, mounted to the bike.
Okay,
Mounted to
okay,
the
that's
bike.
interesting. I wasn't sure exactly how that worked. So that's probably what most folks would do something like that.
Yeah, unless you really want to bring some stuff, then they sell trailers, and they even sell pull behind campers for your bike.
A camper for a bike.
Wow.
Yeah,
How does that work?
You put a ball hitch on the back of it, and you.
A regular ball hitch?
Well, it's about the same. Have you seen the little bitty ones for like lawnmowers?
Oh, like
Right.
that.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a little bit smaller. It's way less weight rated, and those things don't weigh but just a couple 100 pounds. It's all aluminum and canvas.
How much harder is it to drive pulling one of those?
I mean, you just got to remember it's there.
Yeah.
Braking, slow down a little early,
Yeah.
and don't run up too close to the curb because then the trailer catches the curb before the bike does.
Now you have a unique perspective, I think, in a manner of speaking, because you're a motorcycle enthusiast,
Right.
but you also on the daily drive a big rig.
Yeah, 18-wheeler, yes, sir.
Yeah, and so you see both ends of the spectrum here.
Yeah.
When you're out driving a big rig, and I've known you for many, many years now, and you're maybe one of the safest drivers I've ever known. How do you keep from? I mean, I drive with idiots all day, and it's tough.
Yeah.
But in an 18-wheeler, I mean, that's even harder, and you're hauling heavy equipment, which means your brake time is even longer.
Yes, sir.
How do you avoid the idiots?
Well, you drive your truck, and you also drive every other car around you at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you sit up a little higher, so your point of view is different than being in a car or pickup truck or whatever. So you can kind of see what's going on. Standard, you're looking at 4 mirrors on an 18-wheeler instead of just 2 or 3. 'Cause
Yeah.
rear view mirror is pointless. You
Right,
look
obviously.
at the back of your cab.
Yeah.
So no, you just you pay attention.
Yeah.
And you just kind of judging what everybody's going to do, and you hope.
But you have to anticipate more than you do when driving a regular car.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I would think, right?
I'm trying to be a fortune teller up there,
Right. Well, I watch. When I do get in traffic, let's say from time to time, I will get stuck in the 5 o'clock traffic, right?
Yeah.
And so I know, for example, when you're coming from 30, right there at the 4:30 split, and it starts to bog down, you start to see all these people in the right lane whip over in front of these big rigs, and I'm like, man, you're really cutting it close. You're making this guy really work to be careful. That's it. I think it's inconsiderate, but is that? I mean, you see a lot of that, right?
Oh, every day, all day, every day. Because on an 18-wheeler, you've got to keep a bigger distance. Because if
Yeah.
the guy in front of you jams his brakes, brother, you ain't stopping. So you
Right.
got to keep a distance. Well, everybody knows that 18-wheelers got to keep a little extra distance. So they see you up there, and you can see them in the mirror coming. You'll see them jump out and go, "Oh, here I come."
Yeah.
You know, and then here they come straight up the thing.
So you have to be more aware of what's going on to your sides than maybe other people normally.
Oh yeah. Honestly, I probably spend more time looking in my mirror and down my sides than I do out the front of the truck.
That's wild.
You know, I mean, you keep your distance and you kind of, you glance into the front, but you're really focusing, in heavy traffic. You know, obviously, if the cruise control set and you're at 70 mile an hour running down the
Right.
freeway, it's basically what's in front of you. But yeah, heavy traffic, it's always the guys on the side. I can't do anything about the guys behind me, but I can do a little bit about the side and a whole lot about what's in front.
Now, is there? I'd heard someone once tell me that diesel trucks, being in the left lane, it's different. They're not really supposed to be there unless they have to pass someone
Yeah,
otherwise.
That's a $357 ticket.
Really?
I
Just
know-
for being in that left lane?
I know that one for a fact.
Oh, that one hurt, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the story there? Just to keep traffic flow good? Is that why
Yeah,
they do that?
Yeah, it's for traffic flow, just to stay over. There's also a law on the books in the FMCSR that you're not supposed to be riding down the middle of a 3-lane. You are supposed to use the middle lane as your passing lane, stay out of the left lane, and travel in the right lane. But for whatever reason, the DOT is not enforcing that, and the new truck driving schools are like, oh, just ride in the middle lane. It's the safest place to be. And that's how you end up on 30 with a truck doing 64 miles an hour,
Right.
jamming everybody
up. Yeah,
And-
because they're governed and they can't go any faster.
Right, and we're not supposed to pass on the right, so then you get a whole line of folks in the middle just trying,
Right.
just hoping this guy will finally get over.
Yeah.
And then, every once in a while, you go left.
Now, you've been driving a big rig for a number of years now.
Sir.
I'm certain you've had to see some pretty interesting things when you were out there.
Oh,
Any notable moments that happened?
I
Or
mean,
things that you've seen that were of interest?
sometimes you see nipples, sometimes.
Oh, wow.
They still flashing the truckers.
they still do
Not as
that?
much as they used to.
Not as much as he wishes they would.
No, everybody's got phones now, nobody wants to do it.
The other trucker says she sees some head bobbing sometimes. Do you ever see that?
Maybe,
That's wild.
maybe.
You've seen lots of stuff out there, hadn't
The
you?
worst one, there was a serial, what's the other of voyeur? What's
The opposite of voyeur
Yeah.
might be an exhibitionist.
There was a serial exhibitionist gentleman that was
Oh.
between on Interstate 55 north of Memphis. He would pull up alongside with his cab on and show you what he had in his hand.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
He just thought that was the
his
greatest.
meat stick.
Yeah.
Just waving it at you.
Yeah.
That
He
was.
wanted you to see that.
Yeah, in the dark. So when he turned the cab light
Does he
on,
make
you're
eye
like,
contact with you when it
Well, I mean,
happens?
you can't see him because of the cab.
Oh,
of the truck,
okay.
So it's just lap.
Oh, it's
He's
only
got-
lap. I wonder if he knows it's only
He's
lap.
probably a trucker, honestly, because he knows,
Oh, he knows where to pull
Yeah,
to. Okay.
I haven't heard any stories, but I seen the cab light come on, and I'm like, no,
No.
I'm just
No.
going back on. down
No,
there.
no,
I was
no.
referred to as the I-40 ass bandit for a while because I was always mooning people on I-40.
Hey, man,
Yeah.
something wrong with that.
While you were driving?
No.
Or, okay, I was going to say I was going to say I'm impressed now.
Control's for, man.
No, that was going to be impressive if you're doing that while you're driving. Yeah. What do you think about the advent of these self-driving big rigs? Do you think that is really viable in the future, or what do you think?
I mean, from port to port, like from a warehouse that would be close to the interstate, then down 200 miles down the road, then back off. But you're not. Look, I don't care. We're 20 years away from some of these AI being able to back a big truck into some of these docks.
Yeah.
Now I can see point to point, port to port. Warehouse to job or something. Look. The self-driver pulls up, drops
Yeah.
it, the hostler picks it up and goes and does the human stuff.
Right.
I can see some of that going down, and I don't know about the viability of it.
But right now, you're saying the AI isn't capable of,
No.
in unique situations, backing in and doing the things that
no.
still have to be done.
It's there's too much, and the stuff that I do, I go to places that me and my guys and the folks that do my job, we go to places that don't exist yet. You know,
Yeah.
how are you going to tell an AI truck to deliver to the new Harley dealership when the Harley dealership is a sign in a field?
Right,
You know,
right. There's
or-
no GPS point right now. Yeah.
Or, you know, or like when they built the Dollar General warehouse down here on Highway 70. How are you going to? I mean, the address was half mile down the road from where the actual
Right.
turnoff was, and it's just beast
Man.
on rock.
You guys,
You know?
I had my second experience this week where I lost it on somebody, and it ended the same way. Ironically, I don't know. I must. It was so subconscious. When I drove off, I laughed at myself and went, "You need to be more original." But, so I was going to Center Ridge to show a home to a client, and Center Ridge is just by Conway, just outside of it. And so the GPS squirreled on me, and it was telling me I was at the house, but I didn't know it at the time, but I was an eighth of a mile from it. But so I'm just at the woods on both sides, and I'm like, how can I be at this address? Well, occasionally I've seen it where you might have a side road, like the land and the address is on this road, but there's a little side road that goes behind it to where the house would be, right? So I said, well, maybe that's the case. And so I went down almost the eighth of a mile, and there was a house with a road beside it. And I'm like, bingo, there it is. And so I head up this road. And, you know, there's the first house, and I go past the second house, and as I'm coming up, I can see, oh, this is not it. It's going to dead end down here. There's a big, wide dirt place. There's a pickup truck and some kind of, you know, like a work awning or something where you could have equipment under it or something. So I just turn around. I've already made the full turn, and I'm headed back down the road. And all of a sudden, man, freaked me out, man. There's a dude running next to my car on the driver's side going, hey, 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 hey. And I'm like, oh, shit, did I just hit something and I didn't know it? Did I run over an animal? What the fuck just happened, man? And so I stop, and I'm a little flabbergasted, you know, and I look at the guy, and I'm like, what's up, man? And he's like, what are you doing here? And I was like, really, bro? Really? I said, I'm just a realtor who got turned around. I'm sorry, man. And he goes, well, this ain't your place. And I thought about reaching in the glove box, and I said, no, you know, and I just looked at him and said, suck a dick, bitch. And I drove off. And I was like, man, that's what I said to the last guy. Now I feel trite. I feel, you know, I feel like I need more material in that moment. I got to work on that a little bit. But that guy had the look on his face, though, was priceless when I said that and just drove off. I'm like, why are you so worked up? What are you doing? Making meth over here, bro? What are you dripping, man? You running alongside. I'm leaving, and you're running after me. I'm like, I'm not even stopped, bro.
The Arkansas Usain Bolt. This dude's
Yeah,
up at
you know,
18
dude was
and a half miles an
rolling like an ostrich. You know, just staring at me. I'm like, what the is this guy doing, man? Craziest shit I've ever seen, man. I was like, man, I really thought about that glove box. I thought, man, I just want to show him just show it to him. Hey,
You just clip him with the door, boss.
That would have been good too. See, these are the ideas I need in the moment. Just hit the door real quick. Just watch him run into a tree or something. That would be juicy. Yeah, no, that would have been the best. That would have been a great move. What else is going on with you, Chad, this coming weekend? Y'all going anywhere, doing anything?
Graduation's upon us getting here. So, I mean, that's.
Graduation, so what does
Yeah.
that mean? I mean, it's
means
very
my
different
house.
than it was when I was a kid.
Yeah. It's wow. It's expensive. It's everybody coming in town. Like, it's just stressful right now.
I remember, and I don't know, maybe it was different for you guys, but when I graduated, which was a billion years ago, you had your senior picture, which the photographer for the school did.
Right. Not
And
no more.
it was either, you might have a background like Olin Mills, but you're either sitting in your, you know, standing by a chair that says, you know, your school and the year you're graduating, or you're, you know, standing by something or sitting by something. They all looked real similar.
Right.
You know, now,
Now you got to hire photographers.
oh no, they go to balls.
That's
I mean,
what
it's
said.
crazy.
You got to pick a place. You got to hire a photographer, and yeah, it's a whole thing, man.
Yeah, it's not cheap.
No, it ain't cheap, man.
No, I remember we luckily took Tyler. He did a photo shoot. We had a person we knew was a photographer, and So he was able to do that, and I was thankful that it didn't cost me $1 billion.
It's
But
insane, man.
didn't you tell me your kid wanted to did a photo shoot with your car?
Yeah, my car's in his senior pictures. It's pretty awesome, man.
Well, it's your car. Of course, it's awesome, right? I mean, yeah, you can look at it and go, that looks dope, man. I like those two things
It's
right
my
there.
son, man. He's
Yeah.
got his J's on in my car in the back. I'm like, yeah, a little
Yeah.
swag.
Okay. All right. But what else is expensive about it now?
Man, like just the invitations, just every little thing that they can tax you on, they're gonna tax you on and then tax you again on it. Just,
Really?
I mean, like everything, man.
It just seems outrageous. Are we still send invitations?
Man, yeah.
Don't you just
My wife's
use
been
email?
my wife's been working on it for like the last week and a half, probably.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So it's a big deal.
Yeah.
Huh.
I'm like, why did they not come already? Everything, as much as we pay, like there shouldn't be nothing we have to do. Like, you know what I'm saying?
No, you
like,
really
it should be a letter already sealed. You just put the some bitch in the mail and be done with it.
What about when you graduated? Did y'all have senior pictures and all that?
Yeah, there's a tree across the street. So it's like two or
Right.
three generations of kids, and everybody standing by the same tree. And like 4 different poses, and they bring the whole class out, and then we line up over here, and then one at a time they go stand by the tree or lean on the tree.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was pretty much it.
See, simple.
Yeah, no, that's easy. That's simple.
Right.
You know, but now everything is an ordeal.
Right.
For young people, and I can't imagine, man, having to buy a car for kids now as expensive as they are. Boy, that stings, man. You used to be able to buy. I remember, you know, my dad bought me a car. I got back from the military, and he said, "I'll match whatever you got." And I had like $500 in my pocket, which in that year was a lot of money to me. And he matched the 500, and I got $1,000 car, and it ran. You know, and now you buy $1,000 car right now, see how far you get. I mean, I don't even know if you could buy a running car for that.
What was your first car?
My very first car was a 1980 Z28.
For the first car?
First car,
That's
yeah.
a bad first car, man. Like
With T-tops, air
Legit.
induction. I mean, it was dope as shit,
Hell
man.
yeah.
It had been somebody else, my older brother, stepbrother, and he got rid of it for whatever. Oh, he wanted a truck or something. And so I got it. I had it for, man, I think 8 months. And I felt like the biggest pimp in the world because I'd been a nerd my whole life. And so this was like my, you know, I had
Coming
risen.
out moment.
Yeah,
Oh,
this is
yeah.
my mom like, oh, I'm not a nerd anymore. Look at this car, y'all.
No,
It's
you
got a
swinging big.
stereo. Yeah, I'm the shit, man. And 8 months in, had a problem with the electrical, and my dad said, I'm not replacing the harness on it. We got to get rid of
man.
it. And I was crushed by that.
We used to call that parking lot pimping.
Yeah, no, and then but then I had after that it was the Chevelle, but
It wasn't cool then, was it?
it wasn't cool enough for me.
Right.
That's exactly right. I mean, it hauled ass. It was a
yeah.
good car. I wish I had it right now.
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I did give almost anything to have it right now.
Yeah.
But honestly, no, it was not cool enough. And I told my dad I want a different kind of car, and he goes, well, "What do you want?" And he had a car dealership, and it was a used car dealership, like a tote the note lot, you know.
Yeah.
But he
Buy it,
had
pay
this
here.
pastel yellow 1979 Grand Prix LJ. It was like a land yacht.
Yeah.
I mean, it had the crushed velour seats, the moon roof. I mean, it was
You should've
long
felt
as
like a
hell.
pimp in that,
Had
man.
spoke wheels on it. Oh, I did. And then I rear-ended somebody about 3 months in, and
Yeah.
yeah, I had a real bad problem with cars for the first couple years I was driving. I wrecked almost everything I got in. It was not good. The third time that it happened, my dad had told me already. He goes, "If you wreck this one, you're taking the bus." And he gave me a Chevette, and I wrecked that somehow. Imagine wrecking a Chevette. You can barely get to a top speed of 2 squirrels running.
My wife's favorite vehicle of hers ever was a 4-door diesel Chevette.
A 4-door diesel
She
Chevette.
she still asks me, she's like, "Have you found me a Chevette yet?" And I'm
Really?
like, "No."
A
She's like,
4-door
"I want
diesel
a 4-door
Chevette.
diesel,
Diesel.
non-turbo."
Wow.
diesel Chevette. Probably.
I've never even
I didn't know that
seen one.
existed.
I didn't either.
I've seen one go over a hay bale, the big round ones.
Yeah.
Go over the hay bale, come down on the other side. We bent the bumper back, and he still drove that car.
Really?
Yeah. My wife's older
It
brother.
was tough as hell.
Oh,
huh?
dude, it was built like a tank, or at least it was to us back then. Chad, what about you,
That's
man? What's
funny.
your first car?
Mine was an '89 Chevrolet Cavalier Chevrolet. What's them things called?
The Chevy Cavalier?
Yeah, Cavalier. That's it. Yeah.
2-door or 4-door?
4-door, and then I had a 2-door too. I had an RS, the Rally Sport.
Nice.
Yeah. The Cavalier Rally
I had a
Sport.
square one, then I had the little oval.
They
one that
did
was a
try to
rally.
sell those as sports cars for a minute, didn't they? The
Yeah.
Cavalier.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's a
Cavalier
sports
Sport.
car. No, it's not.
No.
What's the worst car you ever had?
Man, that's
Yeah, now
that's
you
a-
got to think, don't
No,
you?
that's a list, bro.
Yeah.
That's a list.
But there's got to be one that you're like, no, this one right here was.
I had a Celebrity. You remember the little
Oh my God, they were terrible.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
was just the fat.
with the velour interior in it.
Yeah, no, they looked
the
good,
fat
but the
Cavalier.
engines were terrible.
That was a fat Cavalier.
fat
That's all they
Cavalier.
called it. Corey, what was your first one? I'll think about my worst.
It was a little '90s model Ford Ranger.
Ford Ranger.
Oh,
Yeah, and I rode that thing.
sure.
I rode that thing, and then had to drive the minivan and take all my
Minivan.
siblings to school.
I'll tell you what, I saw a Ford Ranger not long ago, and I was like, man, that's bigger than I remembered it being.
Yeah.
And it's not that big, but I was seeing it next to one of those new Mavericks. Jeez, those are tiny, man.
small.
Those are small. It's like they took an SUV and went, let's just cut the back off and make it a truck.
I seen one of those lowered and painted like lime green. It was really cool though, man.
Was it? Yeah. But I'll tell you what, a 30-mile-an-hour wind and you're over the
It flipped
bridge.
That thing over, man.
Yeah, no doubt
It
about
looked
it.
sweet
man.
though.
I think my worst car, or at least the one I remember being the worst, was the '89 Hyundai Excel, which became the most recalled car ever. And man, it was always, oil was a problem, and I didn't know that ended up being why it was recalled. But I'd bought it, and I kept having to put oil in it. And I was driving down I-30, and it just started, and all of a sudden the motor blew. And so when I called the dealership, and they were like, well, you didn't put oil in it, that's why. And I'm like, no, I swear to God, I'm putting oil in it. Look at the number of them in the back of the car here. I've got all the empty ones back here, bro. It looks like I'm a drunk drinking motor oil. And they didn't believe me, but ultimately it ended up being the most recalled car ever for that very reason.
That
The
one, it
engine-
kind of looked like a prism shape.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
like, had like 4 different angles on the top
Yeah,
of it.
yeah, they were it was trash. As a matter of fact, that killed Hyundai for a very long time until they came back with the new warranty, and that's
Yeah.
what changed their game. They came back with a warranty so good, people were like, "Well, shit, I'll take a chance."
No, yeah.
Yeah, and I did, and because I said I'll never buy another Hyundai in my life, and then probably 10, 15 years later, I bought a Hyundai Santa Fe, and it was a good ride. I mean, it was a good one. So I haven't had another one, but they're better now.
My son's got one.
Yeah, what does he have? The Elantra?
The Elantra. It drives
Yeah.
itself. It does all kinds of cool
It drives itself.
Heck yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, the new ones look pretty cool.
Yeah, no, they do look pretty sharp,
We
man.
took it to
They stepped
Florida.
up their design.
It drove us all the way to Florida.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
That
man.
is cool,
My
man.
wife was flipping out like when diesel
Oh, I
would be
bet.
by. I'd be like, ah.
That's funny. I can see that, especially for someone who's anxious easily. Like, what's going to happen? What's
We're
going
going around the corner. She's like, grab the wheel. I'm like, we're going around the corner.
Watch this.
It was fun, man.
That's great. That's great. Let's talk about this for a minute. Apparently, people have been waiting a long time for the return of killer clowns from outer space.
Hell yeah.
You like that?
It sounds awesome.
It was a
Okay.
cult classic. Have you never seen it?
No, it sounds awesome though.
Brother.
It's pretty wild. So they've got a proposed TV series, an announced 3D sequel, and even an original movie on Sci-Fi that's come and gone over the years. But none of these end up seeing the light of day. So it sounds like the killer clowns may be gearing up for their long-awaited return. And believe it or not, who's going to be in it? Ryan Gosling.
Oh, he's just out there working.
He's out there working, isn't he? He's on board to produce a new Killer Clowns from Outer Space for Amazon. They described the project as a remake of the horror comedy created back in 1988, which of course centered on killer clowns who came from space, a big top spaceship, and terrorized a town with popcorn guns and cotton candy cocoons and pies and other unique implements of destruction. Amazon has controlled the rights to that since they acquired the studio MGM back in 2022. So, is that something that you'd be stoked down to see? You'd be excited about?
Man, a series I think is too much. for
Well, no,
Killer
this would be the
Clown.
movie. That
Oh, yeah,
series
okay.
didn't happen.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's
I would take another movie.
a reboot
Yeah.
with Ryan Gosling in
Yeah.
it, maybe.
And then, yeah, when I retire and I can enjoy the devil's lettuce once again.
Yeah,
Because I got that job, I got to leave it alone.
no, I understand that.
But, in my younger days, that was a fun one to kick back on the couch and watch because
Yeah.
it was hilarious.
Yeah, drop a spliff and watch that.
Oh, my
yeah.
God, yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those movies that's so bad that it's good. It's like
Yes.
Starship Troopers.
Yeah, or the Toxic Avenger.
Toxic Avenger. Yeah, I love Starship Troopers. Number 1, Denise Richards.
But it was like
Number 2, Denise Richards. Number 3, Denise Richards.
a co-ed shower scene.
And number 4, co-ed shower scene with Denise Richards.
Yeah, but Killer Clowns was like the Toxic Avenger, where it was
Yeah.
campy, but it was fun campy.
That-
Like Star Wars Troopers was like trying to be serious and like happened to be campy.
Oh, Starship Troopers. Yeah, no,
yeah,
you're
they
right.
didn't like lean into.
They
the
didn't go
campiness.
into it to
Yeah,
do it
yeah.
that way. They went to be serious. It just turned into camp. Yeah.
Right, like Army of Darkness. Like
Yeah.
okay, we tried doing this a real horror movie, it didn't work out. Let's just have fun with it.
Right. But I think, that we talk about that fairly often here, I think, is I don't know very many 80s movies that have been remade that are good.
Right.
I'll wait.
No, I'm with you on that, man.
I'm waiting.
I
Any,
can't.
can you think of any 80s movie that's been remade that's better than the original? Just one.
Speaking of Ryan Gosling, Blade Runner was not better.
No, Blade Runner. The first Blade Runner was boring to me to begin with,
So
but
was the second one.
I like the second. What was it? The Beverly Hills Cop one. Axel AF or whatever.
oh, the new
that,
one?
That was decent, man.
The new
Okay,
Netflix with his
okay, I
daughter or
did
whatever.
watch that,
That
and
was-
you know what?
Yeah, that was the only one I'll give half credit to.
But you're actually right. If I stop and think about that, I did watch it the other day.
It's not a bad one.
I don't
and-
know that it was better than the original.
No, but it's
Better
as
than-
probably as nearly in the same realm.
Yeah,
it's same
yeah.
spirit, same
Right,
camp,
right.
same
Up on the same
stupid-
level.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
I'll give it that. Yeah.
But that's the only one though. Nobody else has come close to.
No, and I think that was Eddie Murphy that probably made it
yes,
happen like
exactly,
that.
exactly,
He,
exactly.
he because Eddie Murphy was in the original, so he's bringing the same campy performance to that he did then. But when you take, you go from Arnold Schwarzenegger to Colin Farrell and whatever in the Total Recall remake, Look, was it visually spectacular? Sure. Was it fun? No.
No.
Not even slightly. Great cast. No fun.
The Jason Momoa Conan wasn't any good.
No. No, again, Arnold.
Yeah.
You can't, it's really difficult. I know it sounds dumb to say, it's very difficult to replace Arnold in a movie
man.
and make it good.
Yeah, you can't replicate
I
Arnold.
mean, can you imagine at some point they're going to have a new person to play the Terminator and you're going to be like, no. You don't speak in a bad Austrian English
Right.
accent?
No,
I can't believe in you.
No.
If I can only understand,
I'll be back. That's it.
I'll be back. Dude did get all. I mean, whether it's him or the writers, he had some of the most classic lines in
Oh
history.
man.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
The
I mean-
chopper.
Get to the chopper. Yeah, maybe the most quoted ever right there.
But that was the 80s, though, right? It was
Yeah.
explosion, muscles, one-liners.
Right.
That was it.
Right,
That's
Rinse and repeat.
and you know what? That's still the formula I probably love the most.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I loved John McClane so much, because he kicked ass and he was a smart ass.
Yep.
And it's like, this is the best thing ever.
Last Boy Scout.
Yeah. Oh, well, head or gut.
Yep.
Head or gut. Yeah. No, that's a great one. All those 80s stars, they were over the top, machismo, and had the best lines of anybody.
By far.
If you were to bring one back, what would you bring back?
Franchise, you mean?
Yeah, franchise, movie, remake, something that you would like
Ooh.
to see. I mean, we're sitting here cutting down on a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, think just for a second here.
Yeah, like tomorrow morning you got a notification and X was, such and such studios is doing another yada yada, and you're like, oh,
Yeah.
Like they could mess it up like they did Star Wars, but for that first initial, you're like, oh, I'm
all in.
excited.
Yeah.
This has got some possibilities to it.
I'd like to see a new reversion of Miami Vice. I think that could be kind of hard.
That could be good. Yeah, I mean, I do like that.
Yeah, serious.
Man, I got to think for a second because I don't know. I mean, I've seen enough diehards now that I don't really need it to come back. It hasn't even really left yet. Terminator, it's hard to beat Arnold. Anything Arnold's in, it's hard for me to beat it. Man, maybe something, one of the Jean-Claude Van Damme type movies
Yeah.
or something like that, might be fun, like a Time Cop.
Yeah, yeah. I can
Time
see.
Cop might be a fun one to bring back and update and
Yep.
modernize that was campy and fun.
Yeah, I was thinking I would take another 18 movie, like a proper.
Oh, hell yeah.
Like a proper.
A-Team movie?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Now that, yes.
I almost said that a second
Yeah.
ago, man.
Yeah, no, I would get down to
we can be
that.
friends, brother.
Yeah,
But I did like the one with Bradley Cooper. I mean, it was fun.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah,
It
they
was-
could bring Brad back and bring
Yeah.
Rampage Jackson
Yeah,
back.
I actually,
Rampage Jackson did
I'd
good.
forgotten about that one, but that one was pretty spot on, to be
Yeah.
honest with you. I don't know how well it did.
I mean, I wasn't real happy they killed the van, but I mean,
Right.
you got to lose a
Right,
character.
right.
I guess that's
the
one.
van's the one to lose.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, no, that was actually pretty well cast and did it. And you never, all the movies I see on cable all the time, I never see that one.
Yeah,
Or on, I shouldn't say cable, on streaming services. I never see that.
yeah.
And so I guess out of sight, out of mind. I'd forgotten about it until you said, now I have to go try to find it somewhere to stream.
Yeah.
Because I hadn't seen it in years,
I
man.
watched it like 3 nights ago.
Where at?
It's on my YouTube. I've got it saved as like a movie, but I have it.
Is it just free on YouTube?
If you watch it, you can save it to watch later, and it's saved in my.
Oh, okay.
But it's kind of like the DVR on.
Yeah, I
YouTube,
got you. I
know what I'm
got
saying?
you.
But
Yeah.
they play it on Stars.
Okay, yeah, I'm
That's
not.
where I got it
I'll
at.
have to hack into that. I'm not paying for it.
I told you to get me that stick, man.
Oh yeah, that's right. I got to get that to you. I'm sorry. I will get you that. I will get you that.
Not to hijack the show, sir.
What?
Do we have time for a musical break?
We do. We do. Let's take a break. Hold on.
Make sure I make a doctor's appointment.
Darkness is coming, nightfall be here soon. On the verge of seeing my own tragic ruin. In the pitch black ink, monsters they do seek to prey on and torment those who are weak. I'm looking for you. I need you to reach down, pull me through. Can you? Could you? Would you? Can you pull me through? So many creatures looking in all my bones. I wish there were detours, but my monsters are all homegrown. My monsters are all homegrown. Like a field full of fears, growing strong in the wild. It's time to come with me. Oh, my child, my child, my child, my sweet, sweet child. So many creatures looking to gnaw on my bones. I wish there were detours, but my monsters are all homegrown. No, my monsters Can you pull me through? The monsters are coming. Could you, would you, can you pull me through?
All right, we are back, and wait, what's going on with this mic? Hold on a second.
Uh-oh.
Hello.
It's kind of.
Oh, there we go. That's
Uh-oh.
better. Push the right button. We're back, and we don't have a lot of time here because Corey has got to be somewhere else, but very excited. This is Corey Oxford, and he's about to jam it out for us. So bring it to us, Corey. Do your thing, baby.
All right, man. Thanks. I was born and raised in a backwoods river town. Started out fighting young and I learned to stand my ground. My daddy was a common man, yeah, he worked his whole life. Provided for his family up until the day he died. I come from a simple life where nothing comes for free. I gotta work real hard for the man I wanna be. For the man I wanna be. 17 on my graduation day. Gotta go to work, gotta get paid, cause them bills won't pay themselves. So I moved out the parents' house, yeah, ready to face the world. Chasing down my dreams out there, looking for my country girl. I come from a simple life where nothing comes for free. I gotta work real hard for the man I wanna be. I come from a simple life where nothing comes for free. I gotta work real hard for the man I wanna be. For the man I wanna be.
All right, man. Yeah, that's good.
What's up?
That is what's up, man. That is Corey Oxford right there, man. I appreciate you so much for coming in and doing that, man. That is outstanding, buddy.
Yeah, people can find me on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Corey Oxford Music.
Corey Oxford Music right there
follow
on
this
TikTok,
man.
Instagram, or Facebook. That is great, man. Thank you so much for coming in and doing that today, brother. All right, man. Well, are you heading out? You got to head out.
Yeah, I've got a doctor's appointment.
All right, man. Well, rock out. Thank you. Come back and see us sometime, and we'll talk more to you. I'd love to, man.
Hell yeah.
Love to. All right. Chad, and are you staying Sorsby?
Yes, sir. I'll be right back.
Okay. All right. I need to get this rent ready.
Yes, we do.
So give me 1 second here, and we will do this. Hold on one brief moment. All right, we are back and ready for the rant, baby. So let's kick this off. Let's make magic, you say?
He's Patrick, he's an angry SOB. Patrick, are you freaking kidding me? Patrick, right here on PATB. Suck it, man, this guy is really pissed. Angry Patrick.
That's right, Luke. All right, listen, full disclosure. This week's rant features more genitalia than a trailer park orgy. And that makes it hard, pause. That makes it difficult for me because that meant I had to put in overtime to come up with enough slang. So, warning over, rant begins. A startup company, see what happens right there? Did you see
They
that?
trying to shut it down
Did you watch
already. I
that?
seen it happen.
You watched it happen. didn't
Interweb
you?
said, nope, not today.
No, here we go.
we
Okay.
go.
Now, rant begins. A startup company announced the launch of the world's first live sperm race. Now, you might be wondering how exactly a sperm race works. Well, the founders laid it all out. First, a microscopic racetrack for the two sperm samples to compete on will be constructed. Every move the sperm makes is tracked by high-resolution cameras and live streamed. Yes, there will be stats, leaderboards, and instant replays. Now that, my friends, is a sport I can get down to. Are you freaking kidding me right now, man? I sure wish I could take one of my tadpoles and race it against all my bros wigglers. Said no one ever. Everything about, look, I don't know anything about this, but I know one thing about this. These dudes are so high, you could see an angel's ball sack. I mean, honestly, how else can you come up with something this insane? First things first, I've gone my entire life trying not to make eye contact with my own baby batter. Now you want me to see it magnified in high res? What if it has my face? Okay, that's weird. But all right, let's say I'm forced to see my own jumping bean. I still don't want to see Chad Skeeter swimming with its miniature ball cap and tiny gold chains. And what if he beats me? You think I need another complex? No wonder he's angry. He's got tarred fart tadpoles. Then I have to murk somebody on live TV. You guys are nuttier than a squirrel's first shit of the day. I'm out on that. Out on that, but are you in on this? Scientists have developed the world's first vagina on a chip. It's a small device that contains live human cells that replicates the environment found inside the vagina. This will enable them to study the impact of various bacteria and fungi. Man, isn't science fascinating? Are you freaking? So what you're telling me is these men, scientists, have a lab that's just a big old crop of cooters, like a warehouse of Whisker biscuits, a field full of fur burgers. I mean, you're going to tell me that through some scientific sorcery, you can manufacture a mommy box that's fully operational yet needs no body? And you're going to tell me that not one of you thought, if I made it just a little bigger, so asking for a friend, how long before you have a rental operation? It's Father's Day weekend. It's our annual half off of hoo-ha's sale. That's right, cut rate catcher's mitts, low-dough dinger docks. We've slashed every squeeze box, chopped every chuff, discounted the diddle dungeons, trimmed every taco, and wallop punani prices store-wide. And now introducing the chia cooch. That's right. That's right. Grow your own Hot Pocket right in your bedroom closet. That's right. Pet it any time that you want to. Waiver of injury required at time of purchase. You want to know how the world ends? It ain't a meteor, but it is meteor. That's wrong. That's wrong. I'm sorry. And finally, maybe the world's most expensive vagina in history. I give you Ashley St. Clair. Now, if you don't know who Ashley St. Clair is, she rejected a multi-million-dollar hush deal from Elon Musk to keep their son Romulus a secret. The offer included $15 million up front and $100,000 a month till he graduates, but she says it lacked protections like medical security and a trust fund. Despite Musk sending $2 million during the pregnancy, she sued for custody. Hey, that's right, Queen. You fight for your empowerment. Are you kidding me? You said no to $15 million and $100,000 until he graduates. What do you mean he wouldn't have medical security? For $15 million and $100,000 a month, I could have visits from Dr. Oz, Dr. Phil, and the rug doctor. My kid would be mentally and physically healthy with the cleanest fucking carpet in the world. And I could still drive a Lambo to the deer woods. Just strap that buck right on top, Chad. And you better not be over there trying to hand crank out some more of those racing tadpoles, or should they be called chadpoles? But I digress. Bitch. You make Scrooge look like Mr. Beast. You're so greedy you'd breastfeed yourself before your own baby. Wait a minute, E. Junior. You know mama needs her leche. The economy is wrecked, people on the street, and you're holding out for more than $30 million? Having a 24-karat gold crib and a diamond pacifier not good enough for your little blackmail baby? You know what I hope? I hope everything bad in the world happens to you and no one else. I hope your brakes fell and you crash into an Office Depot, and for some reason you have all $15 million in cash on you. And when you plow into the building, that $15 million lands in the display shredder, which immediately sucks it in and makes it confetti. And as you watch your money being turned into scrap, a rattlesnake bites you before the most aggressive police in the world use you for nightclub and taser practice. And as you go to the police car, your heel breaks and you face plant into a pile of dog shit or something like that. I don't know. I'm done. Yeah, welcome back, baby. That was the rant this week. I got fired up on it. Huh?
I feel honored, man. Like I feel like I'm the only person that's been in the rant.
You are the only one, and sometime I've included Chadpoles. That is the greatest
I
name
feel honored, man.
ever. You got Chadpoles now. I can tell your wife, baby, look at these Chadpoles swimming.
They flying everywhere.
Chadpoles, that was the best.
That is,
man.
I thought when I was writing, I said, oh, Chadpoles. Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah, we taking that.
Yeah, that one will stick, man. Let's get to, we haven't had time this morning to get to the people, and I want to talk about all your comments. But first, before we get there, let me just make mention to you that if you're looking for a great place to go have a beer today, and maybe you are, go over to 402 East 9th Street. Yeah, that's Stone's Throw Brewery. We talk about them all the time here, and they have always good things going on. You got New Brew Friday. He's got new brands every week that he puts in, and they've got 14 of them on tap. If you go in and tell them you heard it on the show, you'll get an extra 10% off of anything you got going over there. So, plus they have Slater's Alaskan Dumplings. So check them out. It's Stone's Throw, and it's right there at 402 East 9th Street. Okay, let's see what the people are saying here. So, let's see. Okay, calm down before you have a headache. That's what Claudia said. Now, you're probably right, Claudia. Brad said, need some Brad poles? You son of a bitch, I don't. You and Chad can get together and put your Brad poles and Chad poles in a bowl.
Now in lane 3, Chadpoles.
You're right. Claudia said, good morning, friends. You just made my birthday much better. I love
Happy
country
birthday.
music.
Happy
Great song.
birthday.
An awesome young man. Keep on being you. Well, thank you, Claudia. That's awesome. Tasha said, I like his voice. Let's see. Somebody says, nothing. Just don't remake a movie with a female lead when the original was male. That's Governor Hot Wheels. And then Tasha said, hey, what's wrong with a female lead?
I was waiting.
Good morning. Proud of you guys. Patrick Beam, I don't know anything you can't do. Hope you have a great day. That's Crystal. Crystal, there's a lot of things I can't do. I proved that this past week nearly trying to change a starter on an Infinity.
You got it done, though.
I
Right?
did, yeah. No, it calls for 3 hours in the book, and it only took me 3 days. Brandon said Dawn of the Dead was a good remake. Yeah, is that the one with Ving Rhames? Is that the remake or is that the original? That's the remake.
That's the
right?
remake, yeah.
Yeah, now that I did like, but that was a remake in the 90s, 80s?
Yeah, I think it was late 90s.
Maybe 90s, yeah. Okay. Sling Blade, Governor.
Sling Blade.
Scarface. Could you remake
You
Scarface?
can't redo Scarface.
Yeah, I
man.
don't
I'm
think you
sorry.
can remake that one. I mean, could you? Yes. Would it ever be?
Nobody can ever play
Man,
that
Al
role,
Pacino
man.
was so
Like, he
good.
knocked it
Yeah.
out the park, man.
That's such a killer role. Such a great role. Little Doggy said they even screwed up The Stand twice.
Yeah.
Twice they were in that one, yeah. And the first one had Molly Ringwald. And so I was excited because I grew up in the 80s. Molly Ringwald was hot, you know.
Candles.
Yeah, 16 candles, however many candles she wanted, I'd have brought them. GHB said, I can't wait for the Insane Clown Posse movie. I The worst band in the history of the
Right,
world. I
that-
swear to God.
That's legit, though. I mean,
No, I'm sure
There's a bunch of
there are a
gigolos.
bunch of
Giggolos,
juggalos,
whatever-
jackalopes,
whatever.
jackalopes.
I mean, that's basically what that movie was ICP.
It kind of was, wasn't it? In a
That's
manner of
basically-
speaking, yeah, it kind of
If
was.
they weren't aliens from outer space, then that would have been an
It would have
ICP
been
movie.
Insane
Yeah.
Clown Posse. That's fair enough. It probably
Yeah.
would have been, but that role served him well.
Yes.
Not only a rig, but any piece of heavy equipment on the back of it. Jay operates all of that too. Well, that's true. You do, don't you?
Yeah. I mean, to some extent, you have to.
Yeah,
you know, to
because
get
I
it
mean
on
you're
and off the
delivering
truck. Yeah.
heavy equipment, and you have to get it on and off the
Yeah.
truck, as you say.
You have to get good at the basics. I mean, you know, I probably wouldn't hire me to put in utilities, but if you need a ditch dug,
What is it I watched where I saw somebody with some kind of equipment? Oh, I know what it was. It's a backhoe, I think, or what's the one with the front? Maybe it's a
Front loader.
front loader, maybe. But he used the thing to lift up the front wheels.
Oh,
and
yeah,
put it on the
yeah.
trailer.
oh yeah,
and then spins it around to lift up the back and put it on.
Yep.
Have you ever done that?
excavator. Yeah, we call it side loading, and sometimes you know you got to do what you got to do sometimes. You
Yeah,
know, if
but
you're on
you-
brand new asphalt with a track machine and you can't get into the job and you're having to unload from the road. I mean, we don't carry sheets of plywood to protect the
Right.
You know, and we're trying to protect the company's bottom dollar, so we can't be out there tearing up brand new asphalt. So
Right.
sometimes you got to go off the side, and that can get a little fun.
A little tricky.
Yeah.
That's interesting, man. That is very interesting. Question is his rig manual or automatic?
The new ones are autos, unfortunately, but I'm starting to get fat and lazy, so I kind of enjoy it now.
Yeah, no, I go through, or I used to. I haven't had a standard shift in a while, but I used to kind of go back and forth. I'd go with an automatic, and then the next one I'd go standard, and then I'd go automatic, and then I'd go standard.
It's
Now,
getting harder to do now, though.
well, it's like, yeah, I just, I got too many other things. I got.
Mine, you can pop it over. I can,
Oh, you can paddle shift
yeah, I
yours.
can paddle shift it, or
Yeah.
I can hit it to the left, and then I can notch it up and down, and it'll shift.
That's what she said.
Pause.
Little doggy said, I had a K car that the corner of the door would clip me in the temple as I got in it. Man, I've had that happen, bro. I've had that happen.
Yep.
And K cars, man. I saw one on the road driving the other day, and I was like, I feel like I'm seeing Bigfoot right now. That is an operational K car.
Yeah. It's like a leprechaun or a unicorn.
Yeah,
bro.
I mean, it's crazy, man.
It like sat in somebody's garage for 40 years and they got it back out, bro. Old Dodge
Right.
Aspen or whatever.
Yeah.
Dynasty.
I took senior pictures with my dad's Ford Lightning. That's probably pretty dope.
Yeah.
Ford
Yeah.
Lightning's cool.
Yeah, it's cool. Latasha said, I own the 2022 Sonata and then a 2024 Hyundai Tucson. Mine have the driver assist. It's amazing.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah, that is cool. He said you can get a Ford Maverick for under 30,000. It ought to be. I mean, shit, it looks nearly like those little things you order from India. Those little, the little trucks I'm talking about. You can get them online. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the new S10.
Yeah, it's not. It's way smaller than an S10 even. And I don't even know, man. I remember my dad had an S10, and from time to time I would drive it, and it was small. I can't imagine how small it is getting in that Maverick, man.
Got
It's,
to be tiny.
I'd still love to have old square body.
Man, I miss
bro.
my
An S10?
4.3.
Yeah.
that's what he had, the Vortec.
Yes,
Yeah.
That
it's
Vortec,
4.3
man.
and a
Let me tell you
5-speed.
something.
And it was a
yes.
standard. That thing
Yep.
would go.
It would haul
Man.
ass. That was a great motor,
My
man.
mom didn't know what she was getting me when I got that thing, man.
Oh, you had one of those,
Yeah,
a
when
Vortec?
I was like 17. Oh my
Shit,
god,
that
I
thing
was
would-
acting a
it'll
idiot
roast
in
the
that-
tires,
oh,
man.
yeah, man, we're doing donuts, all kinds of shit.
Yeah, no, that's great, man. That's I didn't know you had an
Hell
S10
yeah,
like
blue
that.
one, called it the
Did,
Bulldog.
did you have it lowered?
No, man, it had the Camaro rims on it and stuff though. It was pretty slick.
I bet it was.
The
man.
IROC rims or whatever.
Yeah.
like the 5 stars.
Yeah, man. If you could right now, man.
Yes, sir.
If there was any car, if money was on it.
1971 Chevelle.
Ooh, I got it.
That's right there with me.
Monte Carlo.
It's hard to beat the 71 Chevelle, man. God, man, they're good.
Yeah, I had
That
one,
SS, man.
and I got rid of it for a song for stupid reasons.
Yeah,
For a bus ticket. I sold it for
a bus ticket.
I sold it for 600,
Where were you going?
600
Who were you
Seattle.
after?
Me and my ex-wife, that was my girlfriend at the time, said, to heck with Helena, Arkansas, we're out of here. And we didn't have the money to drive across country in a Chevelle, so I sold the Chevelle, bought bus tickets, and when we got on the other end, I found another one that was in better shape for $2,500, and she wouldn't let me do it.
Oh no, that would have been a divorce right there.
Right there.
I ended up with
$2,500. Think about that for a minute.
running
A
driving,
better
AC
71 Chevelle.
AC car. The AC worked. All the windows went up and down. No rips in the seat.
Oh, power windows even. Wow.
No, crank
You
windows.
gotta
They were
crank
crank,
those,
okay.
But they all you know, the two in the back, the little ones in the back,
Yeah,
the little
yeah,
windows,
yeah.
they went up and down. So everything worked on it.
Man.
With a Cal induction hood, $2,500.
Golly.
Needed a set of tires,
And you couldn't buy that for under
$25,000.
25,000 now, and that's barely running.
Man, yeah.
You know, those cars go for money, man.
Yeah.
You know what I just learned about that I had no clue ever? And listen, I was on car dealerships. My dad managed car dealerships, owned car dealerships the whole time I was a kid. And I never saw one. A Pontiac Beaumont. You hadn't heard of it either.
No, you got me
It's
on
the
that one.
Canadian Chevelle.
Ah,
It's called a Pontiac Beaumont. It was made
okay.
for like 5 years, I think.
Yeah.
But it's the clone.
yeah.
It's just the Canadian version of it. And I was
Just
like, that's
different
dope.
sticker, yeah.
Yeah, the Pontiac Beaumont. Yeah, I
Beaumont.
saw one the other day, and I was like,
Like a rebadged Le Mans?
What is this? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the Le Mans. Yeah, kind of sort of like that.
Dude, 71's got to be my favorite year for Chevrolets. Like
It's a good year.
The 71 Monte Carlo is
Yeah,
beautiful.
dope.
The
Yes.
Chevelles are beautiful.
Yes.
The Pontiacs are beautiful.
Yes.
The truck, the 71 Chevy C10
The
truck.
square
Yeah,
bodies.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Pre-square body.
Yeah, no, it's a good looking truck too.
Oh
yeah.
man, 71 is my favorite year for GM.
Those are
products.
good ones.
Yeah, agreed.
You probably have, if you could have any car, you probably already have it.
I mean, I like my car, but I had some pretty.
Or what?
I had a lowrider
If you could
back
have any car right now, wave a wand, what would it be?
If I'd have me a brand new Vet.
One of the new ones?
Yeah, with the mid
The
engines.
Ferrariginis?
Man, the what is it? LZL, whatever the new one.
Z06 or
The
whatever.
new package just
Z0
came
something.
out, man, with the big carbon fiber wing on it. and
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
That's what I want.
Those look like a Batmobile.
Man, that
kind
looks
of.
like sweet.
No, I mean, it looks like Ferrari and
It
Lamborghini
looks
had
like
a
you're
baby.
going 1,000 miles an hour and you're sitting still.
ZR1.
ZR1, that's what it is, yeah. They are just stunning.
Man,
I mean,
they're awesome.
they look
And
like
now
a
they say
supercar.
The new Camaros are coming out like that with the mid engines.
New Camaro, I thought they ended
No,
the Camaro.
no, they're going to do them again. They supposedly with the mid engine.
What?
Yeah,
No.
Yeah, yeah.
Where are you hearing
No,
that?
I'm telling you, I'm all up on this car stuff, man.
Well, they're going to bring the Camaro
They're
back.
talking about it.
Mid-engine.
Mid engine.
I don't know.
It
What is it going to
pretty
be
s-
like a 4 or 6 cylinder turbo?
I don't know how they're going to do that
I
part
don't
of it.
know, man.
But
I
you
mean,
know they're bringing back the Hemis too, though.
that I could imagine,
Are
yeah.
you sure?
Yes, no, yeah, for sure. There's already plants making them and stuff like that,
Oh,
getting ready.
Stellantis realized they
Yes.
were going to go completely
Yes,
broke.
yes,
Yeah, probably.
yes.
In America.
And I think what they're starting out,
Right.
I think they're just mainly keeping them in the Dodge trucks right now. But I think they're going to find their way back to the cars.
I know that 6 cylinders are much better now. I can say that because the Explorer that I drive has 350 horsepower and it's a 6. So it's,
Yeah.
I mean, it's a 350.
Yeah, you can
for-
do some stuff with
But-
sixes, man.
But having said that, I still, and I'm sorry to say this, I've always looked down on 6-cylinder Camaros.
Oh, yes.
A 6-cylinder Mustang or a 6-cylinder Camaro to me is a bastard.
My wife's
Yeah.
listening to you right now.
I'm sorry. I apologize to everyone that has that or has
My
had
wife's
that.
got my car, but a 6 in it, and I had the same one before I wrecked mine with the 6 in it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
but mine's got an 8.
How does it pull that heavy ass car with that 6?
Man, it's not bad. It's really not, man. But there's a lot of difference. Like,
You can definitely tell the difference in the speed and
yeah.
takeoff and everything, right?
Yeah.
Between an 8 and a
yeah,
6?
yeah.
Yeah, I thought so, man. I
Oh, you
thought
can tell the difference in a 4.8 and a 5.3 liter V8.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Infinity that we have has a 5.6 in it, which is powerful enough to make that thing haul ass.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, it will also break your pocket.
Yeah,
Yeah.
mine,
Yeah,
yeah.
if I put $5 in that bitch, I'll make it to pump 4.
You can punch the gas on mine, and I can watch it drop sometimes.
Right?
Like it'll just kind of do like
It'll
this.
start
It'll kind of
It's
fluctuate.
having a seizure.
Yeah.
It's just, ah.
You keep hitting that gas, I'm gonna keep dropping though.
Yeah, it makes me, the Infinity makes me anxious because it's got a gauge on it that shows your gas mileage. the immediate what is it? The instant gas mileage going up and down when you push the accelerator.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody's
No,
like,
I can't.
oh, just let me get to 15 miles a gallon.
I take it out of that mode. I can't. That hurts.
It gives you anxiety.
Yeah, I don't like watching that miles per hour.
Man.
Or that miles
updated
per
my
gallon.
truck. Getting on the freeway, is like 3,000 RPM, no more. I
Yeah.
don't give y'all slow waiting on me to get up this hill. I don't care. 3,000 RPM. Y'all you sit right there, brother. We'll get on the same time you get on. Now I'm gonna be at the speed I need to be at when I get on the freeway, because I hate people to get on the freeway at 55. And
Oh, I
70
know, right?
Bro, that's the zoom lane. Do the
Yeah.
zoom thing.
Yeah.
You know, I just start real early. 'Cause,
Yeah,
you know,
me too.
With an 18-wheeler, you know.
Oh yeah, I'm at like 80.
Governor Hot Wheels said a 05 Ford GT.
Nice.
That's a good car. That was a cool
Yeah,
car,
yeah.
actually. I remember when those came out, and I was like, it's pretty dope, man.
Yeah.
Remember what what was the not the Eclipse, but the Mitsubishi?
The Stealth. That is.
Yeah, was that what it
That
was?
is
The
Stealth.
Mitsubishi Stealth?
That is Stealth.
Or no, that's the Dodge Stealth. What
Oh
was the
yeah,
Mitsubishi?
that was Dodge. Eclipse. Then
No,
there was,
the
3,000 GT.
Yeah, the 3000
that's
GT
it.
and the Stealth. They were the
Yes,
same,
yes,
right?
pretty much.
Those were pretty damn dope.
Yeah, like the Isuzu S10.
Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
My
is
neighbor's-
the Isuzu?
It's a Chevrolet S10 with Isuzu badges on it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
My neighbor redid a Isuzu with the drop back on it and stuff like that. It's pretty sick, man.
Yeah.
Oh, like
Yeah.
the old Brats?
Yeah, man. Like she redid one, man. It's dope, man.
Do you,
Brats
do
were
you,
cool.
you know what I see a lot of people have really gotten into are those Hyundai pickups. I guess it's like kind of like the Subaru Brat, right?
I want a
I mean, similar.
Volkswagen, one of them old school Beetle.
Beetle?
Hell yeah, man. Them things are sick, man.
Man, I
I
mean,
would pimp the shit out of one of
a
those.
Beetle?
Parts are
Yes.
cheap too, brother.
Man, they're awesome, man.
Does it come with a dental dam?
Man, I'm telling I would drive one, man. I've seen there's one in my neighborhood.
There's tampons in the glove
No,
box?
man, there's a red one in my neighborhood.
Stop it.
I'm telling you, it's pretty
Stop
sick
it.
little
No.
I
car,
did,
man.
I did pizza delivery in Seattle in a Volkswagen, 1973 Super Beetle. Dude,
Super Beetle.
I bet it was. Was it? Was it?
coilover shocks instead of I-beam shocks.
Yeah.
You know
was it
that's a
pretty good?
Porsche. That's a
Porsche?
Porsche.
Yeah,
That's a
Which
Porsche.
one?
The car you're talking about, you're done.
The Beetle?
That is a Porsche.
The pan's the same back in the day.
Well,
It's
yeah,
changed,
back
but
in the day,
It's just a
yeah.
different body on it.
Right.
It's only 21 bolts. Right off.
Tasha said, were Celicas like nice,
Man,
fast
they were
cars? I
nice.
remember my friend's mom had one, and they thought it was the coolest car.
used to steal the mirrors off of
the,
them.
the Toyota Celica in the 80s was a dope-ass sports car.
Yeah, when they were
yes.
kind of square, like angular. before
Yeah, they kind of had a slant nose on them, and they were dope as
We used to
shit.
steal the mirrors off of them and mold them onto our lowriders.
Now, that was a really good car. There's lots of cars now, like, when the Malibu now
Oh,
is
man.
not like,
No.
the Malibu was a Chevelle. Now
big
the
small.
Malibu is a family car.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like what's another one they use the Mach-E Mustang
Yeah.
SUV.
No, that's a
like first
Ford-
of all,
Man, that
Ford
is
Escape.
horrible,
yeah,
man.
no, it's and why would you use the Mach name? Why would you call that?
My neighbor's got that.
That is one of the dopest cars, I will admit, and I'm not just a Mustang person, but the Mach
Yeah.
series.
I'm mocking you.
Oh my
My
God,
neighbor's
they were
got
so
that
good, man.
one that plugs up, and then he's got the big badass black Mach. And I'm like, how do you have come on now? Like he's got both ends. I'm
Well,
like,
he's trying to offset his
that thing
carbon
right
there.
is awesome. That thing right there
It's
needs help.
trash, yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes you want to save money, and sometimes
That Mach
you
3,
want to
that Mach 1 is badass.
But I
That's
will
not
say, as much as I love gas cars, and I do, man, that Tesla Plaid.
Oh, dude.
Man.
We rode in that,
Yeah.
0 to 60, 1.9.
Yeah.
We used to joke about putting a $100 bill on the dashboard. You can't grab it, but in that, you really can't.
No.
I mean, it's 1.9 seconds. You are not moving.
Yeah.
It was
Especially
crazy.
if you're a passenger and you're not ready. You're not the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that thing's on you.
Oh, yeah. Chad, stealing is not nice. It's borrowing without the intention of returning.
That's what we were doing all day.
What?
Borrowing and not returning.
That would be stealing. Yeah, no, I think that's clearly what they call stealing.
Is it still stealing if I tell you I'm going to take it?
It's if only stealing if you get caught, man.
Oh, okay.
Right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time though for our weekly sportscast from XFL Jim. Let's see what he's got going on today.
Hello there, folks. Patrick and the People Jim back to give you the weekly roundup. Let's go. There's a lot of football stuff to talk about. Come on. It's XFL Jim on Patrick and the People, That's right, folks. We have the wild, we have the crazy, we have it all for you and your loins, your luscious, lavacious loins. It's time for the weekly roundup with XFL Jim, brought to you by Patrick and the people. Starting off, we got to talk about Nico. We got to talk about college football. We got to talk about the transfer portal. Nico leaving Tennessee. Nico Iamaleava, or as we're going to call him, Nico Amaliva, decides to leave Tennessee because they didn't pay him enough. He apparently wanted around $4 million for the year. He was getting like an $8 million over so many year contract or whatever. And Tennessee said, nope. Josh Heupel said, nope. We're not going to do that. So he takes his talents out elsewhere. Looks like he's heading over to UCLA to join up with them and see if he can kind of make some things work there. Obviously, he's not going to be getting paid what he could have been and what he was getting at Tennessee. And it kind of put everything in the forethought of everyone's mind. It brought everything to light of what is the transfer portal doing? What is NIL doing to college athletics? Is it a good thing? I say no, but I don't say no because the players are getting paid. I think the players deserve to get paid. I think it's high time that the players got paid. But I think the system as a whole is messed up. And I think this lies on the fault of the schools, of the NCAA, of the government. It lies on a lot of different people's faults. The coaches, they kind of just they had time. They've had years and years and years of time to put a system in place that makes sense and has rules and has guidelines and has contracts, and they haven't done that. They just were kind of kicking the can down the road, and now we're here where players are Wisconsin just had a guy who transferred in, didn't play a game, transferred out. It's insane. It is insane right now what's going on. I just don't understand what is going on in college athletics. It's absolutely mind-blowing at this moment. It's stupid, and I wonder how long it'll last. Maybe once the schools are actually paying and there's a salary cap, we'll actually have some sense in the sport. But until then, it's complete chaos, and something has to give. And now we move over to the United Football League. Oh boy, baby. We're getting into week 4. The juiciness is there. Week 3 was exciting. We had plenty of close games. And now the storylines are starting to show themselves. Coaches leaving. Wade Phillips out. Ken Wisenhunt out at Memphis. As I said, Wade was out at San Antonio. And now people are getting the opportunity to show what they can do. But there's exciting stuff going on. I wonder if they can keep the momentum from week 3. I wonder what they can do going into week 4. The Easter Sunday. Will the league rise from the ashes that some people have put them in and make an exciting weekend of football? I say yes. I say yes. Oh boy. I'm just getting lit up thinking about it right now. Game number 1, we have the Showboats versus the Panthers. Memphis Showboats, Michigan Panthers, taking on each other for the second time in 4 weeks. Memphis is in a quandary. Their head coach, Ken Wisenhunt, is out for personal reasons. I think it's because he's a time cop. But now they go to Detroit to take on the Panthers, who are, they're feeling pretty good. They got their starter. They got Bryce Perkins in there. The defense is mean, and they might get some momentum going. But you can't count out the Showboats, folks. You can't count them out. They have a good defensive front. I think maybe they have their quarterback right now. And, I like what they've been doing. The head coach from Memphis, the interim's been doing some good stuff. He was, pretty decent in week 1. They got to figure some things out. This is going to be a very interesting and telling game for each of these teams. I just hope Memphis keeps it close. Game number 2, we have the St. Louis Battlehawks taking on the Arlington Renegades. Both teams in the XFL division who suffered a bad loss last week. The Renegades, close 1-point loss to the Stallions. The Battlehawks got blasted in the ass by the DC Defenders. And now they are both looking to jump back up and figure out what they can do to get this season underway. Both teams love to run the ball. I do think the Renegades have a slight favor when it comes to stopping the run, so I kind of like the Renegades in this spot. Battlehawks, they've coming off of 2 home games. Now they got to go play on the road again. I like Arlington. I like what Stoops has been doing with them. I kind of want to take the Renegades here. Saturday afternoon, 12:30 Central Time. Give me the Renegades. It's going to be close. I think this is the potential to be the most high-scoring game. I think both teams are going to love to run the ball. But I do think that they have capable passing offenses if they need to. I think Luis Perez and Malik Willis will be able to throw the ball as needed as well. Game number 3, Birmingham Stallions, Houston Roughnecks. This is a classic. This goes back to the Houston Gambler days of 2022 and 2023. The Gamblers were always the team, no matter how bad they were, and boy were they bad. They would always play the Stallions close, and I think that remains true now. Nolan Henderson looked good last week. I think he continues that against a team like the Stallions, who are kind of reeling a little bit and not able to do much against the run. I think that opens up the passing game for Houston. I still think Birmingham is on the right track. I think they get the win, but they're looking way worse this year than we have seen in previous iterations. And game number 4, the Brahmas versus the Defenders. San Antonio versus DC. Again, the Brahmas kind of, with all the news with Wade Phillips having to step down, Kim Pardee, their tight ends coach, sort of take the reins and make some things happen. In DC, they've been having an interim the whole time. And now with with Dr. Heat stepping out last week and his son taking over, their defense looked like it didn't miss a beat. But maybe against the Brahmas, maybe it's surging. I don't know. DC's riding high. The last time DC was looking this good was 2023 when they went on a huge streak in the XFL and were just like on fire. They are feeling themselves right now. Maybe the Brahmas can knock them back down to earth. I'm excited for this one. This one makes me very, very happy. And that's all the football news that you should care about right now. If you're not watching the UFL this weekend, what are you doing? You watch the NFL on Thanksgiving, you watch the NFL on Christmas. I don't want to hear about holiday BS from you. Watch the UFL this Saturday, this Sunday. It's a beautiful game that God has given us to enjoy on this holiest of holy days, which is the UFL weekend. Enjoy it, enjoy me, and enjoy everything that spring football has to offer. I'm Patrick of the People Gym. I'll see you guys next week for another roundup. Stay sexual.
That guy's crazy
Stay
as hell,
sexual.
man. That guy's crazy, bro. He is
He was
absolute
bogan and
insanity.
stuff when it started. Like, he's out of control, man.
No, he absolutely is out of control, man. Man, what a fun week it's been here at Patrick and the People. We've had a lot of great things going on, and I think the one of the things this week everybody talked about was me getting Eiffel Towered or London Bridge. I'm still pissed about that one. But there's been a lot of great moments this week, and the interaction is at an all-time high. You guys are really doing it. It's really starting to break through. We're starting to see more and more people joining the show, going, they just found out about it, and that's very exciting.
Awesome.
So thank you for everything
Yes.
that you guys are doing to make that happen, because it is you guys making it happen. You're sharing it. You're liking it. Please, again, everybody, if you're not following us on YouTube, please go follow us on YouTube. Click, smash
We're
that
trying to
like
get
button,
paid.
whatever you're supposed to do, right? Punch the like button, dong tap it, whatever you need to
Don't
do
be dong
to
tapping.
make it work. That would be great.
Don't forget to ring the bell so that you get notified of future uploads and all other content on
There you go.
PATP. So
And yeah, that is right. That is right. And by the way, happy birthday to Jay Sorsby,
Happy birthday, my man.
and happy
you, Jess.
birthday to Claudia Macon.
Happy birthday.
That's Tasha's mom.
to say,
Claudia
yes.
has the best birthday.
Yes, she does. She has the best birthday, right?
Yeah, I'd do a Trump impression, but that wouldn't work out. It just sounded like me, but retarded.
Yeah. You know what? Should I end the show and play that Elon cut one more
I
time?
like
Yes.
the Elon. Yeah, I think.
Should I do it?
For my birthday, I would like to hear that
All right.
song.
All
It's
right.
gotta be done
All
now.
right. So
Birthday
we're going to
request.
end today's show with the Elon cut. This was, we did a story this week, or I did a story this week about Ashley St. Clair. And so I wanted to have a funny Elon thing to go with it. And I couldn't find anything I liked. So I just said, screw it. I'll just make my own. And I did. And it turned out really fun. Now listen, let me warn you. as I did before. This is not my typical fare. This is not censored in any possible way, and it features copious amounts of inappropriate language. So if you have kids or family, turn it up a little. I mean, get them out of the way, okay? But it is fun, and if you don't laugh at this, something's probably wrong with you, honestly.
Don't forget to follow me on YouTube if you're into
Oh, yeah.
motorcycles and idiots. At the same time, Jay Sorsby on YouTube. Thank you.
There, all
you
right.
go.
Yeah, and what all do you feature on there? A lot of motorcycle.
Motorcycle-based content,
Yeah,
mostly.
yeah. So if you're a rider like
Harley-centric.
Brandon, the Punishers, all those
Arkansas.
guys out there, Pepe, you guys should be checking out Jay Sorsby's channel on YouTube. I know you guys would love it. And be sure and get down to Conway if you need a bonus hole put in.
I got you.
Chad can do that for you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you mention you saw it on the show, he'll give you a hookup. or something.
$5 off.
Hey, that's a $5 spot right there. That'll do something for you. That's a biggie bag right there. All right, so here we go. And if you don't like it, you don't have a sense of humor.
Right.
Late.
Elon in the cut, a.k.a. Amos, a.k.a. Musk. Shit, bruh, I can't even choose cyber and gold or cyber and blue. Shout out Chucky Schumer. Hey, bro, fuck you and your antique bloomers while you dodging tumors. Fucking ruthless. I'm an astronaut swag, I'm the fuck in my bag. I can go to space just cause my girl on the rag. Shark free. So don't cap like Emos, don't get buckets. You don't like the DOGE, send you 2 dozen fuckets. The left used to call me hero. Mass-produced cars, gas use 0. Now Tesla's getting grilled like Trump steaks. Oh shit, I said Trump, that's a news break. Dude, Mike's top story. Hey America, remember me? Yeah, it's your boy Muskie. Tesla, the boring company. Neuralink and SpaceX. All the women I got pregnant with creepy sex. Hell yeah, I'm a fiend. If you're counting kids, I got 13. And if that isn't enough on my motherfucking plate, now I'm in charge of eliminating government waste. Yeah, I'm rolling with the DJT. Oh yeah, people hating on me. Wanna put me in the hot seat, but how you gonna label me a Nazi? I like free speech. Ask me if I give 2 shits, because motherfucker, I'm the real Richie Rich. 350 B's in my bank, check that. I'm footing Skechers and rocking a MAGA hat. Did I say that? You hate that's on my head? Newsflash, I wear that motherfucker to bed. Let me leave you something like my ex Amber Heard for Nancy Pelosi. I leave this turd. It's a bold choke. Who owns top story? Hey America, remember me? Yeah, it's your boy Muskie. Tesla, the boring company. Neuralink and SpaceX. All the women I got pregnant with creepy sex. Hell yeah, I'm a fiend. If you're counting kids, I got 13. And if that wasn't enough on top of my plate, now I'm in charge of eliminating government waste. Hop in the self-driving Tesla Plaid, 1.9 to 60, yeah, I'm fucking bad. Shit, smoking fatties at the charging pad. Puff, passing to my fam, Joe Rogan. If one joint ain't enough, well shit, we'll just go again. The haters are little babies. I parked them all in the playpen, and now it's okay. You could say when. Have you had enough? Can I get an amen? Hey America, remember me? Yeah, it's your boy Muskie. Tesla, the boring company. Neuralink and SpaceX. All the women I got pregnant with creepy sex. Hell yeah, I'm a fiend. If you're counting kids, I got 13. And if that wasn't enough on top of my plate, now I'm in charge of eliminating government waste. The real plug, baby. Plug it in. Get charged. Go to space. I won the race.